Hey there, YouTube friends. Reed and I just finished painting this room and now it's time to put some flooring down. And being this is a home gym, we didn't want to spend a lot of money on laminate flooring, so we're just going to put these carpet squares down that we got from Lowe's. The brand is Foss, and this one box costs about 93 bucks. It covers 60 square feet and you get 15 tiles. So we're going to see how this goes. Let's get to it right now. Here's a closer look at the front of the box. They are premium self-stick carpet tiles, waterproof, kid-proof, and pet-proof. And down here it also says that it's stain-proof. Each tile is 24 by 24, and this entire box covers 60 square feet. There's the color we chose, Pebble Path Sky Gray. And if you plan on doing this project yourself, it's always important to get boxes that are all from the same lot number. This way there's no color difference in the tiles. There's some basic tools that we'll be using. I have a framing square. If you don't have one of those, you could just get yourself a straight edge. We have a chalk line, a utility knife, and a tape measure. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is vacuum up the floor, make sure it's free of any loose debris and dust. And to do that, I'm going to use my Ryobi cordless vacuum. This is a great vacuum. I did a review on that too. I'll put a link at the end of the video. All right, now I'm going to measure the four walls of the room, and we're going to find the center point, and we're just going to do that by putting a couple of marks on the floor. This is 13 feet, this one wall. So I'm going to put a mark at the halfway point, which would be 6'6". That's 78 inches. I'll put a mark right there. And now I'll go measure the opposite wall. All right, so now I'm measuring the other wall. Again, 6'6". So I'll put a mark at the 78-inch mark right here. This wall is 11 foot, 9 inches, which is 141 inches. So half of that is 70.5 inches. So I am just going to make a mark right here. All right, 70.5 inches here. And now I'll just get the chalk line. All right, now we're just going to snap a chalk line here. Reed is at one end, I'm at the other. I'm just going to hold it nice and tight. Put a chalk line down. All right, so now we're going to go down to the other end of the room. And we're going to line up our chalk line. And put that down. And right here is the center of the room. Before we get to actually sticking them down, I'm going to dry fit everything to make sure that there's no really narrow cuts I have to make when I get to the wall. We just dry fit the tiles and everything fit pretty good. I just wanted to make sure that each side where the carpet meets the wall, we weren't going to have to make some ridiculously small cut like 2 inches or something like that. So that's right there about 5 inches, and on the other side is basically about 5 inches. So that works out good, and we're going to get to putting the carpet tiles down right now. Okay, these carpet tiles have arrows on the back, and they say for the best results to give a quarter turn when you lay tile next to the other one. So for example, I'll just lay it upside down so you can see what's going on. These arrows are facing me. And then the next one would be laid like that. And then the following one will be laid like that. And then the next one will be laid like that. And they say that's how you get the best results. So we're starting this project at about 10:30 p.m. and we'll let you know how long it takes. So let me get this first one. All right, we have to make our first cut. So I'm going to line up the tile, push it against the baseboard. I'm going to make one mark over here where it's going to butt the carpet. I'm going to make another mark over here where it's going to butt the carpet. All right, so now I'm going to take my framing square and put it on my marks. If you don't have a framing square, you can just use a straight edge. All right, I'm going to take my razor, put a fresh blade in there, and now we're just going to go right through. Put that away. Dry fit it, make sure it fits okay. And that looks pretty good. All right. Now just fill it and stick it. Just like that. I have to make a cut over here, but I just want to point out that it's important to get the factory edge, which is a nice straight edge, butted against the carpeting that you already laid down. So this is my factory edge over here, and I am just going to cut this one. My factory edge is over here, so just flip it over like that, and that's how we'll butt it against the wall. The dog likes it. Okay, YouTube friends, all the carpet tiles are laid down, and most of the gym equipment is back in the room. We're pretty satisfied with the look of it. Would we do it again? Probably not. Most of the room was easy to do. We laid it down in about 3 hours. But then as we got to the perimeter, it got a little tedious because the room isn't perfectly square and we were trying to make perfect cuts so we could butt it right against the baseboard. And then we had those closet doors to contend with. But it looks pretty good, and it's only a gym, and we wanted something that was durable and that we could do ourselves. I did make a little boo-boo right over there in front of the closet. I don't know if you could see it, but there's one carpet tile narrower than the others because I had to make a patch. We got a little offline, and there was like a 1/4 inch gap between tiles, and you can see the plywood underneath. So that's a patch right there, if you're wondering what a patch would look like if you ever had to replace a tile. But we're pretty satisfied with the way it looks, and it is a gym, and it was under 300 bucks. So that's it for now. As always, please subscribe. We have a lot more rooms to do, and we'll have plenty of home improvement videos coming. So we hope you'll stay tuned, and happy home improvement. I'll catch you next time.